Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here is Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds it is developed by Obsidian, the same developers that were behind Fallout New Vegas, which many people actually did enjoy because not all the people were kind of satisfied with Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, but somehow Fallout New Vegas had a different way of making the game or going through the game that penetrated inside some players' hearts, and many players actually did enjoy Fallout New Vegas much better than they did enjoy Fallout 4 or Fallout 3, and I'm not even to mention Fallout 76. Alright, so let's take a look on the settings. So I'm playing in here with the high settings, but I'm using the textures to very high, because these clearly can fit inside 4 gigs of VRAM, so I do recommend you to raise the textures to very high and keep the rest of the game on the high settings. The requirements for this game are fairly similar: GTX 1060 of 6GB recommended, a Ryzen 5 1600 and 8 gigs of RAM. Actually, I disagree. I think that 16 gigs of VRAM will help the performance in this game. Alright, so this is the results that I got. So with the high settings, the settings that I do recommend for this game, what you get is an average of 84 frames per second with a 1% low of 56. So this rarely drops from 60 frames per second, and the place where I got these drops, it was actually inside the grass, because when you are inside the grass it kicks off a transparency effect, and that transparency effect really kills the performance in this game for some reason. That's what really kills the performance. So for the very high setting, what I got was an average of 66 with a 1% low of 48, and the ultra settings, what I got was an average of 58 frames per second with a 1% low of 45. So, what I can say about the graphical settings of this game is, whatever if you play with ultra, very high or the high settings, I wasn't really able to tell the difference. I'm pretty sure the difference is there, for example, in grass density or distance, or in shadow resolution or ambient occlusion. I'm pretty sure the difference is clearly there, but I can't really notice it while playing. While if you drop to median settings, where I got an experience entirely over 60 frames per second, I did start to notice the downgrade in many aspects of the game. So for me, that's why I do recommend the high settings, because it is what keeps it mostly above 60 frames per second without noticing a downgrade. So if you drop from 60 frames per second, it is just merely on the grass when you are crouched or something, and you won't be barely noticed with that thing. Because it's just a small drop in frame rate from 60, you won't be noticing a thing, I'm pretty sure of that. So I think that's all that I want to talk about the other worlds. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go. I'll take this one. Stay down, miscreant.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Whoa, hey. Where'd you come from?
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.